I was just playing the game and I came across this exploit. I did report it to CIG, but I was basically able to put my work order and dupe it over 10 times. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is BioLizard, and today we're going to be talking about mining. More specifically, how can we maximize your profits with a prospector? Now, here we have our beautiful, gorgeous prospector, and today we're going to be maximizing our profits with it. So that means that we're going to be using a non-stock loadout. That means we're going to be using things like the Helix as well as a search and a stampede module. However, you guys are more than welcome to go ahead, and if you want to use a focus 3 module as well as a rigor 3 module, that is more than welcome to. For this guide or video, we're going to be using a saber gadget, and like I said, we're going to bring a couple of surges and stampede modules for taking on the road. Now, when it comes to the Prospector, it is a gorgeous solo mining ship, and one thing that the Prospector lacks is space. It only has 32 SCUs worth of cargo. Now, in order to make the Prospector even more efficient, we're gonna go ahead and exchange its stock loadout bags of 32 SCUs to the Argo mold bags, which is gonna bring up his SCU space of, I believe, 48 SCUs. Now, a YouTuber called Astromani actually taught us that if you're in a small hangar, you're just gonna put a bunch of 2 size SCUs here. I would suggest go ahead and buy waste. They're only gonna run you about between 300 to 400, not 300 to 400k, but just 300 and 400 credits. Now, you're gonna also put your mold bags. Right now, we're gonna be using the mist bags. It's the same size. I'm too cheap to buy them. You're just gonna go ahead here, and this thing is literally just gonna pop up like so. You see, we just literally pop them out. That's 2 right there. Boom. And then you're going to go ahead and slap them on the actual, prospector. Now, if we come over to our cockpit, if you go ahead and press right, Alt, and K, it's going to unlock the ports. The reason we are doing this is to be able to remove the bags that we have there in order to attach the Argo bags. Now, obviously, I already have Argo bags on this one. This one's ready to go. And as well as you're going to be getting used to that, because in the field, you're going to run out of stampede or even search modules. And the only way that you're going to be able to attach that is by unlocking ports and literally just grabbing one of these, toss them in the floor, and then literally tractor beam it into the actual mining head right here. Now, with all that said and done, we're going to be using this chart that I actually got from a couple of websites. I will be linking those down in the description down below. But here it's going to tell us that we're going to go to sailing, or specifically, I want to go to Sailing Planet in Crusader. It has a high chance of finding Quantanium and a pretty good chance of finding the 3 best ones that we're going to want to go look for, which is Bexalite, Gold, and Terranite. As well as they're going to have a high chance of finding Boras, which is another thing that we want to look for. The best part about sailing is that a lot of the rocks are going to be more than likely aluminum compared to titanium, and aluminum has a lower density than titanium does, which is great for our mining purposes. Now, just remember, when you are mining, the big 3 are going to be Bexalite, Gold, and Terranite, and the big boy is going to be Quantanium. Obviously, an honorable mention is going to be the other ones, the Agricultural Bearer, Boras, Henderson, and Laranite. These are not crazy, but primarily I would want to focus on Boras because it's the most expensive one per SCU that you could get out of all of the honorable mentions. Now, when it comes to finding a refining location, I'm going to be using Corel 1 because it's a 29-second travel time to Corel 1 compared to all these other places that are going to be a lot more expensive. Yes, there is going to be a refining bonus, but the refining bonus is so minuscule that it's not even worth it. And right here, I'm going to show you the differences are so minuscule. Now, if we go over here, we're going to be checking out Terranite and Bexalite. Terranite has no bonus, while Bexalite has a -6 yield on Corel 1. As you can see, a full storage of 48 SCUs of Bexalite is only going to yield me 3,800, which meaning 38 SCU. Now, when it comes to Terranite, it's going to be 40 SCU. the difference is literally 2 SCUs. Now, if we were to go over here and change it to like micro tech 2 or micro L2, which the difference is going to be an extra 9% bonus, now all of a sudden I'm getting an extra 4 SCUs. As you can see, it is very minuscule, not worth the trip, not worth the 6 minutes it's going to take you to go to any of these other stations compared to Cruel 1, which is only going to be 29 seconds from sailing. Now, you're more than welcome to check out the website Red Monster Gaming. He's going to tell you tons of tips, things like that. I will be linking down in the description down below, as well as this one is going to tell you how much yield you're going to get and where is exactly that you could go sell these for a better profit when it comes to a lot of these stuff. However, you could also use SC tools to be able to find where can you sell other things like that. And with that said, I'm going to be jumping right into the mining. All right, we were able to find a big rock. This is going to be a 19K right here. 19K worth of mass. This is a lot, right? 139 SCU. Now this is a mix of borax, titanium, and inert materials. The only downside of this is titanium. As you remember, titanium is very dense. However, this is 58% more borax than titanium on 139. I have a strong feeling that we're going to be able to walk out with mostly borax than titanium. Hopefully 38. I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to land and literally install the module, or I should say the gadget on it. Okay, so we're gonna pull it out and we're gonna go ahead and install it. Let's slap it on right there. Once you slap it on, you're gonna literally be placed with these little windows. You want to get this to 90% or more, so it looks like we don't have to mess around with the little things. Boom, we're just able to activate it. So let's mine this real quick. A lot of times just attaching one of those gadgets will bring the thing down to impossible, from impossible to challenging. So let's see what it's gonna be like. So let's go ahead and bring the bean as high as we can. So we see it's not really going up much. However, once I turn on the search module, this thing is gonna go, right? So let's turn off the light so we can see this a lot better. Now, in order for you to turn on the search module, is that you're gonna hit Alt, left Alt and 1 for the top one, and then left Alt and 2 for the bottom one. So we're gonna go ahead and use the search module right here. You see it's gonna start going at it right now. Once we get to the green zone, we're gonna have to literally activate the stamping module as soon as we can. Hopefully we don't run out. Okay, we still got a couple more on the surges. Come on, dude. And I think Stampede, let's go. Oh, come on, Stampede. And the Stampede is gonna burn through this. You see it's going through it so fast. Come on, Stampede module, let's go, and bam, the rock has been cracked. Gorgeous, beautiful, right? So this is gonna be 100% borax, so let's just go ahead and suck this in. It's gonna be 100% borax, because remember, the one that we harvest was 100% borax. So I know everything we get from here is gonna be borax. Except for that, obviously that's titanium, but we didn't mind that. So we're not gonna be able to harvest that. Our gadget is still there. All right, so let's pick up the gadget before it breaks from all these rocks cracking around it. So I have to be careful with this when you pick it up, because I remember I picked up one last time, or one time, and that thing exploded on my hands. It was great. And then I died and I had to come back to my body. This is the cool thing about sailing. You can literally get out of orbit so early. I think it's like after 5K above the surface, you basically are able to quantum jump. All right, once you come back to the station, obviously you're gonna turn off your ship and then just get out. Now, when you come this way, if you are on a rented Prospector or you just started out on a regular Prospector, I would suggest for you to sell all your ore here. But if you don't and you got a little bit of money and you could spend it, you're more than welcome to go ahead here and make your work order. This is gonna be able to make your raw material turn into SCU. So now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna wanna do all the borax. We don't want titanium. So now the best bang for buck is going to be the dinks. Dinks is going to be very low speed, low cost, and high yield, compared to something that is the Ferrex, which is going to cost a little bit more, right? So if I go here and I put the Ferrex, it's going to be 13,000. And then if I go and I go the dinks, it's going to be 6,000. So you see, it's a lot less, right? It's going to take 39 hours. So in 39 hours, I'm going to be able to come back like you see right here. And I'm going to be able to just go ahead and put all of this into like a storage, or a transferred ship, or a ship that I could transfer all of these things on. So you see right here, I have 12, right here I have 18, I have another 18, 18, 23, 37, and 20 SCU. So this is gonna be quite the ship. Like the Taurus will be a good ship to take this on, right? We're gonna go ahead here and we're gonna just confirm this like so. Yep, confirm. And it's gonna get rid of everything that is not part of that work order, right? So now this is gonna yield me 39, 38 of the board, right? So even though we brought 36, it's only going to give me 39 SCUs of it. It's going to take 39 hours. So that's about it. The next thing that I would tell you to do is get yourself a cargo ship. Now we do have a big cargo ship. We have the actual Caterpillar, so we could use that, or we have the Taurus and we could use that as well, right? You could use something like the Zeus as well. You're just gonna have to make multiple trips, that's all. Once you are ready to put your stuff away, let's say all your work orders are ready. I got 2 of mine that are not ready. Obviously the one that I just put in, and I got 8 hours on this 23, 28 SCUs of Laranite and Terranite. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna go ahead here and you're gonna click on whatever ship you want it to go on. So I said, hey, I wanted it all to go on the Zeus, right? So the cool thing is that we're gonna be able to be like collect, right? And then it's like, oh, work order was transferred over to the Zeus. Cool, thanks for letting me know. We're gonna go ahead and put it on the Zeus again. I'm gonna be like collect. It's gonna go ahead and put it on the Zeus. And you're gonna continue to do this. So the cool thing about this is that you don't have to manually load it into the Zeus. However, you will have to manually offload it off the Zeus or whatever ship you have, right? You could always rent out a Constellation Taurus. So the day that you, let's say you mine all day, and then the next day you decide to be like, hey, this is the day that I'm going to be doing transferring. For that day, just go and rent out a Constellation Taurus. Go out, rent it out, and then you'll be set. So the Zeus should be stacked full of the cargo. Yep. Oh my goodness, this thing is stacked to the brim. Look at this. You can't even walk in here. Look at this cargo bay, boys. This is stacked to the brim with nothing but loot, right? Gorgeous. The only thing about the Zeus that I honestly could say I like is the fact that whenever they could do it for you is nice. I don't mind taking this out, but putting it in is such a pain in the butt. The Zeus honestly doesn't have 128 SCUs. I would say the Zeus has about, give or take, 68. And anything above 68, you're paying Tetris just to get it to work. One thing I do like about the Zeus, in my opinion, is that I hope that they give this cockpit to the Constellation. Like, take away this top and bottom and just leave the side rails like that, you know? I don't mind this cockpit. It's pretty nice. I wish they would give this cockpit to the Constellation. If they give this cockpit to the Constellation, boys, we're winning. We're gonna come out this door. That's why I like the Zeus. It has so many doors, right? And then if you were a smart man like me and you bought the Atlas, which a lot of people have been having bugs with it, I have yet to see my bugs with it. Probably see them right now. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead here and we're gonna offload this, and then I'm gonna show you guys where to sell this beautiful cargo. Now if we come over to the admin room, we're gonna be able to go to Orison, and as you can see, 43 SCUs of Laranite. It's gonna yield us about 117k. Bam. Looks like we were only able to sell what? All right, never mind. 300k right there. Quantanium, 15 Quantanium. That's gonna yield us 300k. So what is that? We're up to like almost 500 plus 600. 18 ACUs of gold, 112. And then a couple of 3 boras. Obviously, not much. Almost a mil right there. Oh, actually, a little bit over a mil. Yeah, I think we made a mil right there out of all that sell. Now, mind you, those were just a few orders. Like, I wasn't mining a like crazy amount. So the fact that I had that, that's actually really good that we were able to like grab all that and sell it. That's actually pretty cool. Now that was a lot of information. I hope I didn't confuse you guys. Mining is a type of blue collar job that I enjoy. If I would say the top blue collar jobs in my opinion has to be literally salvaging, then basically hauling cargo, and then lastly mining. Mining is something that I feel will be a lot more profitable once base building and engineer comes into play, as well as salvaging is going to be another situation that you're going to see. Salvaging is more like introduction friendly. You just go ahead, have a salvaging ship, literally slap a couple of scraper modules and just go salvage away, right? Compared to cargo hauling. Cargo hauling, you just need a cargo ship and you could go ahead and do a lot of hauling contracts. That is another cool way to do things. The only downside to cargo hauling is that if you lose the cargo, you're screwed, right? So DCing and stuff like that might not be in your best interest. Mining is a blue collar job that I actually enjoy more than those other two blue collar jobs, just because I don't know, I just find it to be more peaceful, and it's a lot more enjoyable when you crack those 30k 20k rocks. It just feels something just about it just feels amazing and just good in general, right? Now, however, there are downsides to mining, and one of the things right now is that there is an exploit going on. I was just playing the game and I came across this exploit. I did report it to CIG, but I was basically able to put my work order and dupe it over 10 times. And it just, I guess for lack of not giving a lot of information out, my mold bags were not emptying out. I could just continuously keep order after order after order after order, and the things were just not emptying out. They were glitched, and the only way that I was able to fix that was to just literally backspace, explode my prospector, and then really reclaim it, and then it was all of a sudden fixed. This is an exploit. I reported it to CIG. I was able to recreate it again on my second mold. And I was just be like, hey, listen, you guys gotta fix this, because I didn't even look for this. I was just playing the game, I was doing my things, and then all of a sudden it just happened and it glitched the bags. Be careful with that, because I do consider that an exploit, unlike the AI glitch that I was doing on Vaughn missions. AI glitches happen all the time. People use it in a lot of MMOs when it comes to World of Warcraft raiding and all other MMOs, right? AI glitching is nothing that is, I would say, exploited compared to this. This is actually an exploit, and I will not be teaching you guys how to do that. I don't want you guys to get your accounts banned at all, because I really do feel like this will get your account suspended if you were to attempt this. That's why I'm not showing you guys, and this is why I'm going to stay away from it. And if it happens to you by mistake, make sure that you kind of stay away from this, and the work around it will be to explode your thing, or just literally detach the bags and then get new ones. That is all I'm going to say for mining. On that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, bye.